Hey guys, how's it going? Alex, All Day Cards. Got some stuff I've been piling up recently, and thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what I got these days. Not as much as it used to be, but still picking things, little stuff up here and there. Holidays coming, all that good stuff. Gotta spend your money on other stuff sometimes, like a roof for my house and siding and gutters. Been doing that too, so a little bit fewer cards, but still getting some stuff, having some fun. Hope everybody's good. I'm still watching videos. I'm still looking for stuff. Just, here's what I got. There's a Macho Man WWF magazine from, it's 87. How is the date? Oh, okay, up top. February, March 87. I guess they did them every other month. I definitely subscribed to that magazine, and I definitely had that magazine when I was a kid. So I don't know. I've been on a Macho Man kick lately. Just kind of nostalgic stuff, just fun stuff. That was just a random thing off eBay. It's a pretty nice copy. I think I'm gonna not frame it though, because I actually like looking through it. I think it's fun. And in the wrestling vein, I got a stack of 87 Topps cards. It was just a lot. It had two of the Macho Man, and they're in okay shape. It had a couple of the Andre the Giant in okay shape. It was some of the cards are a little beat up, but it was a nice assortment for a decent price. Just kind of fun nostalgia stuff. I never had these cards as a kid. I had a pack or two of the 85. I remember that image for sure. But this is just, he was one of my guys when I was a kid. King Kong Bundy, Elizabeth, Jake the Snake, Tito Santana, King Harley Race. So it got a lot of wrestling cards, random stuff, but I like it. Let's see what else. Got some hockey. My Capitals, kind of a well, I am a Capitals collector. So what do we got? I got a couple of Ovechkins, just a couple of older SP Authentics, so like 14, 15. Just picking up. I like Ovechkin cards of all kinds. This is from when the Capitals first became a team. No, actually, this is a 77. Just kind of like a team logo card, like leaders. Got a couple team cards, 70s. I just like old team cards. I don't necessarily need every Capitals card, but I like getting team cards and just looking at the different lineups, and the uniforms were always cool back then. They're similar now, but here's is the one that is from their first, when they first became a team. So that's the Topps one. So it was an expansion team. You can't really see that. The light's not amazing right now. It was an expansion team, so it lists all the players that they picked from the other teams. So I got the Topps and the Peachy. So this is basically like the first Capitals card, which is why I thought it was cool. So yeah, for a team collector, it's kind of an interesting thing. Here's an Evgeny Kuznetsov. He's a Capitals guy who's actually a really good player. He gets a little overshadowed by Ovechkin, but sorry for the glare. Again, not the best light right now. But he's a very good player that has been playing with Ovechkin for a good amount of years and putting up pretty good numbers too, and being kind of one of the better Caps in this era. All right, most of the rest is baseball, mostly. Got some Orioles. Man, glare today. There we go. That's nice. This is a triple threads. Frank Robinson triple relic. Got jersey with some stitching on the left, bat in the middle, and then a different jersey on the right. This is a 15 out of 18. I guess the green parallel, I would assume. Looks green. But yeah, this is just a nice looking card. I like nice Orioles relics as an Orioles collector. What else we got? Here's another Oriole. Got Eddie Murray 82 O-Pee-Chee. It's a nice PSA 8. This was just cheap, and like I've never had the O-Pee-Chee version of this card, and didn't necessarily have to have a slabbed one, but again, it was cheap. Here's another cool random old old cheaper card. This is a 75 mini of Killebrew. His last card, it's a 6. I do like the minis in 75. When if I'm interested in a 75 and if I have the choice, I'll get the mini most of the time. But that's his last card, so it is cool to have a card with all the stats. Although, especially on the mini, pretty hard to read. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older and my eyes are definitely not as perfect as they were. Here's Frank Robinson, 71 Dell stamps. I've never had a Dell stamp card. You see them all the time because they're pretty plentiful, which means they're inexpensive. But there's lots of Hall of Famers. I just never had one. So yeah, I got the Frank Robinson in an older SGC 9. And that's what the backs of those look like. Because again, I had never had a Dell stamp. Here's another. This is a cool one. I'm really into the top supers these days. I haven't been getting a ton, but I got a couple here actually. Here's the 70 of the Frank Robinson in a slab. Got the PSA 5. So these see that bottom edge has the miscut. You kind of see the border or the next card or whatever that is. So that's pretty common. So if you're looking for these, keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, this one looks pretty good. The back's kind of like a 70 tops card. This one's super off-centered, miscut, whatever you want to call it. But these are cool. I like kind of different stuff like that. And then here's the Brooks, a raw one. This is the 71 though, which not that you can tell by the front. The backs look kind of like a 71 tops baseball. This one's a little rougher. It's got kind of a line scratch going on. Kind of that same scratch in the middle. So got some scratching, but it was inexpensive. And these in decent shape, decent grade slabs are actually a little more expensive than you might think. And just not something I have to have slabbed. I just got that Frank because there aren't that many actually. Last thing here, not necessarily what you would expect, but Wes Unseld he was the coach of the Bullets when I was a kid, which became the Wizards, but they went from Baltimore to DC, and I kind of grew up right in the middle, and he was just always the coach of the Bullets back in the day. When I first even knew what basketball was, I went to probably just one game. I remember going to a Bullets game at the old Baltimore arena. But yeah, so he's just always kind of a guy I grew up knowing. But apparently a pretty good player, like rookie of the year. But I just think these cards are awesome. This was super cheap. This is his rookie, and then second year. I just stuck him in this holder because it's kind of what I had. And as you know, top loaders and all that stuff, kind of harder to find these days. So gotta be a little resourceful. So I might just go with it like this. But this was a super cheap lot of these two very rough cards. But it was like $10 for both of them. So now I have got some old. I'm a big fan of tall boys, and I like the tall cards too. That was a beer joke. But yeah, football, hockey, even the basketball. I'm a big fan of the old Topps tall boys. All right, guys, that's what I got. Hope everybody's having a good coming up on a holiday. Hope you get a vacation. I'm a school teacher, so I go back this week. We have 3.5 days. We get a half day Thursday, and then we get to be off Friday, and then the next week, which is awesome. Can't wait. This year's been crazy. If you have any idea what schools are like these days, at least where I live or where I teach, yeah, it's crazy. The world is different. But the Macho Man is still iconic. All right, guys. Bye.